بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. We're now moving on to the final maqsid of this book. This is Aqsamu Sab'ah. I'll explain Aqsamu Sab'ah as we go along. So if you have a quick recap, we started the Muqaddimah. And Muqaddimah we discussed the definition of Kalima. Then we went into Fa'al particularly. Then we went through Al-Mizan Al-Sarfi. Then Al-Maqsid Al-Awwal, we discussed some Mabadi', types of Ism, Thulathi, Ruba'i, Khumasi, types of verb, Thulathi, Ruba'i, Mujarrad, Mazid, Fi. Then Al-Maqsid Al-Thani, we went through the Masdar and the Ism Al-Mushtaq and the Fa'al Al-Mushtaq. And now in here we're going to discuss the Al-Aqsamu Sab'ah, the 7 types. What do 7 types mean? They're based on the type of root letters. Is there a weak letter, a double letter, or a Hamza? It's kind of to you, sir, already. You're going to have 7 types. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 3 in here. You following? Are you following? So you can have Aqsamu Sab'ah, not 6. So sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's already before. So we're going to go through a few of these, inshallah. So this last, again, is very brief. We're just getting the base terminologies and getting the base layout. We'll discuss all of this in extensive detail, inshallah, in Al-Wusta in at-Tasreef. So Al-Maqsid Al-Thalith fil Aqsam is Sab'ah. I'm very tired. Sab'ah means 7. So there's 7 types. I'll go through the 7 types as we go along here. Yes? Sitta is 6, Sab'ah is 7. Okay? وَفِيهِ مُقَدِّمَةٌ وَأَرْبَعَةُ أَبْوَابٍ. There's a Muqaddimah and 4 chapters. So we'll have 4 chapters in here. So again, the Wusta layout will be the same, but have more detail. What's a Muqaddimah? So now we're going to discuss Idgham and I'lal. And obviously we have 2 mabhath. وَفِيهِ مَبْحَثَانِ. 1 mabhath for Idgham and 1 mabhath for I'lal. So Al-Mabhath Al-Awwal fil Idgham. In this book is very brief. We will discuss this in more detail, a lot more detail in Wusta. I'm over advertising the book. Yeah? I have to have in-app purchases. Okay? What does Idgham mean? Assimilation. To join 2 letters together. So Radda was originally Radada. But instead of saying Radada, the Arabs prefer to say Radda. That's called assimilation. You don't need to know the English term. If you want to learn it, you can. We just use the word Idgham. Idgham means to merge 2 things together. Al-Mabhath Al-Thani is an I'lal. What does I'lal mean? Verbal modification of phonetic change. Sounds very posh. No, it makes me sound very knowledgeable. I'lal is very similar to Arabic. Illa, you change, when you have a harf an illa, a weak letter, what do you change them? That's called I'lal. What's I'lal mean? To change the harf al-illa. What's harf al-illa? Alif, waw, or ya. When you have alif, waw, or ya, you change them. It's called I'lal. Are you following? Acha. So what are these? There are 5 types of I'lal. There are 5 types of changes that happens. Number 1 is Hadfun. What's Hadfun mean? Control Alt and then delete, remove. For example, Ya'idu. What do you have? Ya'idu. So originally, Ya'idu is not a pattern, is it really? It's really Yaf'ilu, Yaw'idu. But what do you have here now? Hadfun. What does Hadfun mean? To delete, to remove. So sometimes some huruf illa are dropped. Athani al-Ibdal. Second type is what? Ibdal. What does Badlun mean? To change. So Ibdal, you change 1 letter to another letter to aid pronunciation, to make pronunciation easy. For example, Istalaha. So originally, this is Salaha. What's the root letter? Sad, Lam, Ha, from Sulhun. Peace. And Istalaha, to come to terms, to agreement. So it's really supposed to be Istalaha, isn't it really? But Ifti'al, isn't it? So Ifti'al or Ifti'al? It's Ifti'al. But obviously you have Sad as a full mouth. So full mouth to empty mouth, what do you do? Makes it easier. Istalaha. So it's Ibdal. You change 1 letter to another. When these changes occur, how often they occur, where they occur, it's all waiting for you in Al-Wusta, which I'm over advertising today. Yes? It's called substitution. Another I'lal you have is Naqlun. What does Naqlun mean? To move 1 haraka, shift, a vowel shift. Naqal, intiqal, he's passed away, he's moved from the dunya to the hereafter. Naqlun, to move something. And Naqal is one who copies and transmits. So a vowel shift. So originally, you have the verb yaqulu, qala yaqulu. So obviously, yaqulu, yafulu is not pattern. What's the pattern? Yafu'ulu, yakrumu. Yes, yansuru. So qawala, yaqwulu. So why do you have yaqwulu? We do naqal. The dhamma from here comes over here, yaqwulu. Becomes yaqulu, that's naql. Where naql happens, we discuss later on. Just learn that it's something called naql. So we have hadaf, deletion, ibdal, substitution, and shifting of the vowel. Then we have number 4, at-taskeen. What do we have? At-taskeen. What does taskeen mean? To give it sukoon, make it sakin. So for example, nasara yansuru yad'ubu. We don't say yad'u. What do we say? Yad'u. We say yad'u. So originally it was yad'u. What do we do on it? We do taskeen. What do we do? Taskeen. Everybody following? So that's also one way of i'lal. And the last one is called takhfif, lightening. Yes, so deletion, substitution, shifting, silencing, and lightening. But takhfif means to lighten. You have a hamza, and 2 hamzas come together, make it very, very heavy to pronounce. So you have here, a'manu. You really can't have a'manu. So it's a bit heavy, a'manu. So what they do, takhfif. They change the second hamza into an alif, so it becomes amanu. Where this takes place, we do it later on, inshallah. But these are 5 types of changes that we need to keep in our mind. We need to know what this means. Hadfun means to delete. Ibdal means to change one letter to the other. Naqlu means to move the shift. Shift the vowel. Taskeen means to silence, and takhfif means to lighten.
Is ibdal and qalb same thing?
Ibdal and qalb is the same thing, yes. Ibdal and qalb. But ibdal and qalb is slightly different because ibdal is a bit more common, qalb is more specific. But ibdal and qalb are very similar.
So is qalb a type of ibdal?
Yeah, either way around. Yeah, so qalb and ibdal are very similar. You change them. Yes? So you can say qalb and ibdal. So yes, it'll come up later on. Qalb and ibdal is the same thing. Make a note, we can discuss that, see if we need to change it later on. Okay? Yes, so if you go over here. Now we're moving on to Al-Babul Awwal As-Sahih, the Sahih version. So now we know what changes take place. We're going to go through each one individually. So As-Sahih is what? So if you look at it here, you have Sahih, Mu'tal, Mudha'af, and Mahmus. So in here you have Sahih, no harf illa in the fa kalima, harf illa in the ain kalima, harf illa in the lam kalima, 2 harf illa, double letter or a hamzated letter, a letter of a hamza inside of this is called. These are the different types of verbs we will get. Yes? So Al-Babul Awwal As-Sahih, for example, Sami'a. Is there harf illa inside of Sami'a? Is there hamza inside of Sami'a? Is there hamza? Is there double letter?
No.
So Sahihun. Second time is Mudha'af. What is Mudha'af? Double letter. Dha'afa, to increase, to multiply. So if a word, any word has a double letter, it's called Mudha'af. And there are 2 types of Mudha'af. Mudha'af is Thulathi and Mudha'af Ruba'i. In Mudha'af Thulathi, they come in the Ain and Lam Kalima. And in Mudha'af Ruba'i, they come split. Fa and first Lam Kalima, and Ain and second Lam Kalima. So Radda, Radada, the 2 das come at the end. And in Ruba'i, Zalzala. So in Ruba'i, there's no change because they come separated. So even though they're repeated, they're separated by each other. So there's no change in that one. But when it comes as a Thulathi, what happens then? You have to merge them together, you have to have idgham in there. Are you following me? So you have Mudha'af, that from the huruf asli, 2 letters repeated. Correct? And it can either happen in a 3-letter verb or a 4-letter verb. Following? Acha. What's a mu'tal? When it has a harfu illa inside. And there are 3 types of harfu illa. You have 3 types of mu'tal. You have mithal. What's mithal mean? وَهُوَ إِثْنَانٌ مِثَالٌ وَاوِيٌّ. Meaning, there is a what? Al-awwal mithalun wawiyun. What's mithal wawi? The fa kalima has a waw. And mithalun ya'iyun has a ya. So we have here wa'ada, yasara. So it's a mithal because the fa kalima has what? What does fa kalima have? A harf illa. If it has a waw, called mithalun wawi. If it has a ya, you call it mithalun ya'i. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم. So continuing, we're now discussing ajwaf. What does ajwaf mean? Hollow. So jawf is the stomach, and ajwaf means hollow. So we don't have to learn what it means hollow, but ajwaf means. So the next type, thani, is the ajwaf. وهو إثنان. The 2 types of ajwaf. Okay. What 2 types of ajwaf? Al-ajwafu wawiyun and ajwafun ya'iyun. You following? So the second type of mu'tal is ajwaf. Ajwaf means it has a harf al-illa where? In the middle, in the ayn kalima. So if the harf al-illa is a waw, you call it ajwafun. Ajwafu. Ajwaf is ghayr munsarif. So ajwafu wawiyun. So qala yaqulu. Where is the harf al-illa coming? In the middle, in the ayn kalima. So it's called ajwaf wawiyun. And if the harf al-illa is a ya, you call it ajwafu ya'iyun. Same as mithal. So ba'a yabi'u. So in here, this is a man'ut nat structure, man'ut nat. So ba'a yabi'u yaqulu. So this is the waw here, this is a ya here. So both are ajwaf, but one is ajwaf wawiyun, one is ajwaf ya'iyun. Make sense? Achha. Then the third, what's the proper part? Came up here. The third type of mu'tal is naqis. And naqis means the end. There's a harf illa in the lam kalima. And no points for guessing how many types there are. There are how many types? 2. Wawiyun and aya'iyun. So da'a yad'u, there's a waw at the end. So it's naqisun wawiyun. And rama yarmi, this is a naqisun ya'iyun. Correct? Then you have lafif. Now lafif means wrapped up. Laffa, to wrap something up. Meaning intertwined, wrapped together. So lafif is that mu'tal where there are 2 harful illa. Are you following? Now here. So lafif means it's got multiple, so you can say multiple harf illa. Multiple weak letters, meaning it's waw, ya on alif, but 2 places, not one. In mithal, ajwaf and naqis, in those 3, the harf illa is 1 harf illa. And in lafif, the harf illa are how many? There are 2 harf illa. So for example here, you have ta, wa. So fa kalima, ayn kalima and lam kalima. There are 2 harf illa. Now maqroon, what does qarn mean? Come together. Like the horns on an animal, qarn. So they come together. So the waw and ya, are they separated? They come together at the end, ayn and lam kalima. So it's lafifun by maqroon. The lafif, 2 harfun illa, but they join together. And the second type is then lafifun mafruqun. And farq means to separate, fariq, differentiation. So now you have waw here, and then the ya at the end. So the waw and the ya, the fa and the lam kalima harfun illa. It's called lafifun mafruqun. Yes, majority of this already come in the FSTU. Sorry. Understood? Acha. Then the last type we have here is al-mahmuz. What do we have? Mahmuz. Mahmuz is ism maf'ul of hamza. So mahmuz has a hamza inside of it. So some people translate as hamzated. I don't like all these English words. I mean, you can use it, but just learn the Arabic term. Mahmuz. Mahmuz means it has a hamza. And again, you have 3 types of hamza, 3 types of mahmuz. Why? Because the hamza can come where? Fa kalima, ayn kalima, lam kalima. So based on this, we're going to have 3 types of mahmuz. Mahmuz al-fa'i. So meaning the fa kalima is a mahmuz. Akhadha ya'khudhu aqdhan, to take. So mahmuz al-fa. Or mahmuz al-ayn, the ayn kalima is a hamza. So sa'ala yas'alu, the ayn kalima is a hamza. And the third is mahmuz al-lam. This is qara'a yaqra'u qira'atan. So then the qara'a, that's mahmuz al-lam. Yes? So understood? So if you quickly recap our book, what did we do in this book? We had the muqaddimah, we went through kalima, we went through aqsamul fa'al. Okay, so we had the muqaddimah. In the muqaddimah, we went through the kalima. What's the kalima? We went through ism, we went through fa'al, and we went through harf. And this already came in this book. It already came in As-Sugra fi nahw as well. Nothing new in there. Then we went through more rules regarding fa'al. Is fa'al lazim, fa'al muta'addi, ma'lumun fa'iluhu, majhulun fa'iluhu, muthbat, fa'al mutasarrif, fa'al ghayr mutasarrif. Yes? Then we explained the mizan as-sarf, fa'ala yaf'alu, the pattern of sami'a yasma'u, and the whole concept of mizan and wazn. Then after that we started al-qism al-maqsid al-awwal. And in maqsid al-awwal, we went through to discuss what is thulathi, what is ruba'i, what is khumasi, what is mujarrad, what is mazid fi. Correct? As a mabadi. Then we said, okay, types of ism. So you have ism thulathi, ism ruba'i. And we went through verbs. And the verbs, the aqsam of the verbs are actually the abwab. And you have abwab of mujarrad, abwab of mazid fi, thulathi, ruba'i. So all the abwab, we went through all of the abwab. Correct? Then after that, we went through maqsid thani. We went through what's a masdar, and then the fa'al mushtaq. And the fa'al mushtaq is Madi is derived from the masdar, Mudari is derived from the masdar, Amr is derived from the masdar, and Nahi is derived from the masdar. And then we have the ism which are derived from the masdar. We had 10 of them. We went through the 10 types of nouns. And in the third maqsid, we went through al-Aqsam as-Sab'ah, the 7 types of words based on the type of harfun asli. If there's harful illa or no harful illa. So the muqaddimah, we briefly went through what is muqaddimah. We went through what is idgham, what is i'lal, what is hazaf, naqal, ibdal, taskeen, what changes can affect that. Then we said sahih, no harful illa. Mudha'af, double letter. Mu'tal is then what? You have a weak letter. And then in mu'tal you have 3 types. Mithal, ajwaf and naqis. And then you have lafif, and then lafif also comes in there. You have mahmuz. So the aqsamu sab'a is mudha'af, 1, and here you have 4. Mithal, ajwaf, naqis, and then lafif. And then this is 4 and 1 is 5, and this one is 6. So aqsamu sab'a. So that's the end of basically the structure of sarf. Well, of how we've explained sarf. And all this is this is all the bones skeleton. In Mustafa fi Tasreef, then we'll go through more rules regarding the Aqsamu Sab'a, many rules regarding the Aqsamu Sab'a, more rules regarding the Ism al-Mushtaq and the Fa'l al-Mushtaq, more rules regarding Masdar, more rules regarding the meanings of the Abwab, etc., etc. But for now, this is the overview of As-Sugra, Tasreef. Understood? So that's the end of the chapter, that's the khatima, end of it. Here we have a little note at the end. Alhamdulillah alladhi hadana lihada wa ma kunna linahtadiya lawla an hadana Allah. All praise for Allah. He has guided us for this, and when Allah gives us tawfiq, can't do anything. Allah gives us tawfiq. Write a book, read a book, study a book. Alhamdulillah. قد تمت الصغرى في التسريف بتوفيق الله تعالى. So Alhamdulillah, the صغرى في التسريف has been completed. Allah tawfiq. وأرجو ممن انتفع به أن يمن علي بالدعاء والاستغفار. And I hope, you don't have to know, this is in Hasha, this is like our little footnote at the end. You don't have to know, it's not part of the book. The book ends at قرأ, نحو قرأ الحمد لله من اكتتم صالحات. Yes, but it's not here. So I hope from whoever benefits from this book, and they favor me with dua and istighfar, for me, my parents, and all of my teachers, وَلِكُلِّهِ مَنْ أَعَانَنِي, and whoever helped me in collecting the book, giving it structure, tashia, I used to give it hashia, and correcting it. There's not much hashia in here, but the hashia, a lot of it comes in. Al-Wusta fi Tasreef. Yes? Now obviously this is not enough. This is a little introduction. فَمَنْ شَاءَ الْمَزِيدِ فَعَلَيْهِ بِكُتُبِ أَهْلِ الْفَنِ. So normally read the books of Tasreef al-Easy, you know, the other big books. You can read the Kafi, etc., Shafi, etc. But if you don't have that much courage, then you can read Al-Wusta fi Tasreef, which all come together in one binding. So this is the As-Sugra fi Tasreef. The next part is Al-Wusta fi Tasreef. You can read that, and inshallah that will give you enough information. Then there's a little note here regarding the last time I edited this book. Yeah. So this is an interesting book because it was prepared before, but then I did the last editing. My mum passed away, Madinah Munawwara on Wednesday, Thursday buried her, and Friday before Jummah I had a chance to go through the book in front of the Masjid Nabawi and in the umbrella. So it's an interesting sentimental value to this book. Allah accept it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives tawfiq to benefit from this. And then obviously the purpose of reading sarf and all these books is in we understand the Quran, we understand hadith, the fiqh. So all of these are basically fundamental sciences which are then used for higher purposes of Quran, hadith, fiqh, etc. These are introductory sciences, nahwa, sarf, balagha, mantiq, etc. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayka.